What's up, Daily Fab Gamers? Thank you so much for watching my stream. Before you jump into this red-hot action, let's review the rules. Don't be a dick. This should go without saying, but better safe than sorry. Chat with me. You know that I can talk at my computer for hours, but it's more fun when my computer talks back. And let's have a good time. I don't mind getting sweaty, but we can have fun while we do it. Use the chat command deck for a link to the list I'm playing here. It's also in the video description. Some of these decks are sick, and you might want to play them in real life. In that case, let me refer you to Hemel from the Bazaar. It's never been more affordable to play in the flesh and blood. Players have been buying the cards they need from Hemel for years. I started buying from him in 2023 and have never found a better deal. The Bazaar's prices are the lowest for singles, full sets, and class sets, including new releases. Super Slam singles and more are available now and ship both domestically and internationally. Use the command Hemel for contact info, then reach out to see what he can do for you. Now settle in and get cozy because the stream begins now. What's up, everybody? It's me. It's Lupinefiasco. We're here. We're playing more Fleshy Blood. We are playing Silver Age once again. I'm queuing up with Azalea and Ira. This was at the request of the Daily Fab Gameplay Discord. There is a link to join the Discord in the description of the live stream if you'd love to come in. I'm trying to hold polls with my viewers, Discord members, to see what do you want me to play for the live streams. And Silver Age keeps winning, and frankly, I love that. Super excited about it. Having a ton of fun with the format. Really interested in continuing to play. It's fun, it's fresh, it's wide open right now. I think we're starting to coalesce into what are the best decks and what is the best way to play all of the existing heroes, but even so, it's a lot more fun. Is this the Lupinefiasco? This is the Lupinefiasco. Silver Age is just way more fun. Ooh, Data Doll? I have no idea what this hero does. I guess I'm going to go first. Format just feels so much more fun than anything else currently. Let's try this. And so that gets me into, we just had the most recent banned and restricted announcements, and they really are just awful, right? How do I want to play out this hand? They really are just not where I want the game to be. And I don't think anyone else is going to take really offense at that, right? Like, no one is surprised that a person would feel this way. The way that LSS handled the most recent BNR is like so bad. There's a ton of items, like a lot of no blocks. Where are the no blocks, Lee? I really hate the way the most recent BNR was handled, and I don't think anyone's going to be surprised to hear me say that. It's hastily done. Kind of shoddily done, honestly. Fender Bender. This gets plus X, where X is the number of equipment defending it. And you just rip another boom grenade, so I guess I'm blocking. All the big guns. Load bolt and shot. Block 4. The way... Oh, you know what? Let's do this. Let's give you my arrow. I can opt. Never mind. I'm stupid. Okay, great. The way it was done was just... Like, for one thing, the timing was, I guess, good in as much as that is what you want for your pros. You want them to have time to adjust to the format. And we had a big shakeup. We had essentially the banning of Chain. I think Chain still exists, certainly, but without however many copies of Dirge he was playing, the deck gets a lot worse. For go again, I take 7. Like that. But LSS had said this is when you're going to get more information about the BNR. It's going to come on November 3rd, which for me personally ruins my schedule because I was going to release my BNR reaction right away, and I don't get to do that anymore, which is always sad, you know. But beyond that, just the way that LSS has waffled so much on all of its stuff just doesn't feel good. It really is like, what are we doing with this format? What do you want the format to be? Do you want it to be this no holds barred, Chain, Zen, Starvo, beat 'em up where everyone is doing ridiculous stuff and these fringe heroes don't really have an opportunity to compete because Chain, Starvo, Zen are just too much stronger than everything else, in which case you need to ban a lot more than what we currently have, and at some point you just need to ban Starvo and Chain. Because you look at, why aren't you in a Halloween costume? Blaze Aggro's in a horse costume at the moment. Well, that's because AggroBlaze is a sanctioned content creator who was given a grant, and I'm not. It's the difference between me and him. So if you want this sort of CC plus that I think LSS is really angling towards, you need to ban Starvo and Chain. At a certain point, you look at the BNR, the legal cards, the rules, what's the legality policy in the format. There are 15 cards, 5 are banned, 10 are restricted. And you would think, well, that's a great number. That shows that LSS is really curating this format, until you realize 5 of those cards are because of Starvo, 5 of those cards are because of Chain, and the other 5 cards are a mix of Zen, Count Your Blessings. There's 1 or 2 other, there are 3 other cards. I don't think they're all Zen. But it doesn't matter how many cards you ban, Starvo and Chain still say go again in their text box, which is what is driving this format to the point where it is just this Starvo Chain kind of replay back and forth. Valda Brightaxe, this is not going to be a good one. Against Guardian, let's go ahead and put in Fatigue Shot and Sleep Dart. But if you dressed up as like Verdance or Syndra, I could really make an argument for that. I wish I was a cosplayer. Cosplaying is so fun. It looks so fun. Like Carolina and Max Ferocity, just like they look great, but I'm not crafty in that way. If someone made me a costume, I would definitely wear it. Very much make me a Ken doll or just put me in whatever clothes you want. But I would not be a person to make my own outfit. Or does LSS want LL to be this like no holds barred, we just throw cards at each other, in which case unban everything and make it a separate format. Like, don't make players play in this Worlds format that is just going to be Starvo Chain Zen. So LSS needs to decide what they want LL to be. And they've been waffling. Unbanning Dirge at the start of October was wild in a format where Chain is legal. Because imagine the most ridiculous Vinset turn in Classic Constructed, where she banishes Rune Gate, she plays Dirge, she plays her Rune Gate, it has Go Again, all this. And then that's just what Chain does. Go ahead and load infecting shot. Sure. Go ahead and scout. Target myself. Just fire this big ass infecting shot, I guess. I wonder if I'm supposed to be talismanic lensing on these turn zeros. I get the scout with periphery, which like kind of does the thing, but... So they unban Dirge, unrestrict Dirge, which is wild, considering that Chain is legal in the format. And that's really where like, oh, I'm about to die. You have a boulder drop in hand? And that's where you think, well, if Chain is a legal hero, you should not unrestrict Dirge. I'm going to Azalea this. But you're going to pummel me, right? Nice. Okay, this is the 10. But they don't ban Chain. And instead, they leave Chain legal. Oh, I was supposed to do that first. Oops. They leave Chain legal. And obviously Chain is busted because Dirge is insane. It's read the runes, but with Go Again in a format where Vincent is drawing anywhere from 3 to 4 cards on her turn, drawing. They go to banish. 3 to 4 cards on her turn, and then playing Dirge, and then giving the Rune Gate attack Go Again because that's what the text says. And it's nuts. So you need to ban Chain if you're going to make that decision. Except they don't. And so now we're playing this format where Chain is nuts. And that's okay, because apparently that's what LSS wants Living Legend to be, is this crazy, no holds barred. It's going to be Chain and Starvo, and Viserai can compete by trying to stack the Chain, and maybe the Chain whiffs long enough that Viserai gets to throw Scalata Sonata for X equals 10 and finds damage, and it's fine. And then LSS decides, oh wait, no, that's not what we wanted. And now it's a different format, because 3 weeks later, they restrict Dirge again. It's controlled. And that's a bad place to be, because now the format's integrity is just in shambles. Players don't have confidence in what's going on. See it all over social media, where, like, what is LSS doing? What's the plan? What do you want this format to be? They admit in the article that the implementation of Living Legend this year has been trash. And that is a problem, because, oh, this is a problem too, because I don't have armor block. I'm just going to get dumpstered by this, and I'm going to, okay. So block with Withering Shot. I put Bolt and Drill Shot on top of my deck. I Azalea into the Drill Shot. Play, fire. That's fine. That works. No. Have this big arrow. Oh, get a little card out of this. And now confidence in the format is just shattered. And so then everyone who's going to Philadelphia has to play this format now, where hopefully you haven't been really spending the last month working on Chain, because suddenly you need a new hero. So we're looking at Starvo remains untouched. LSS seems really, for whatever reason, like Starvo is the golden boy. Starvo needs to be allowed to be good in the Living Legend format. And on the one hand, well, that's kind of Starvo's thing, is being good. So, sure. This is not a great card to put in my arsenal, but that's okay. Submit. You are inert. I get to put a -1 counter on something? Sure. Zen is also very good at the moment. Viscera is still okay. Chain is probably going to be fine, honestly. But you have totally tanked confidence in the format. So, how am I feeling about the BNR overall? I think it was really poorly done. I think LSS has done a terrible job introducing this format to the world. I think introducing it at Worlds was definitely premature. This was not the time to unveil Living Legend. It could have been if it had been handled better, but Living Legend now was not it. How do I feel about the fact that have Sage been feeling for you? Anything sticking out as I don't want to play this kind of thing? Guardian is very strong. Hi Alex. I don't think Guardian is at the point where I don't want to play against it. I think that there are probably answers to it that I'm just not really exploring because I'm not a Guardian player particularly. But like, this is gross. Dominate in a format without defense reactions is gross. And if I get pummeled here, that's pretty gross too. I would think Guardian maybe needs to get touched in a way that other classes don't. But so far, nothing has jumped out to me as like, this is stupid and broken and I don't want to deal with it, or this feels like it doesn't have answers. Like, Guardian feels like it could have answers if I was playing a different deck. I've had good luck into Fatigue Guardian with Aurora because I can go over the top with Burn Up Shock. I can set up big turns. I think other aggro decks have more of a problem with that. I could also play the Guardian. I could play like a Rune Blade thing. I could do Viscerai or Florian and stack a bunch of Rune Chants, which would be pretty good. I mean, I also say like, hey, Dominate in this format is a problem as I'm about to 11 dominate this Valda. Dominate is kind of ridiculous, and Guardian can use some nerfs, but I've had a good time just like vibing with the meta. Oh, I'm having a blast. I was just talking when you showed up about how the BNR is kind of tanking LL. Like, I don't want to play Living Legend. I'm going to. In Philadelphia, I don't want to. And if LSS had come out and said, hey, like earlier this week in the BNR, if they'd come out and said, hey, instead of Living Legend in Philly, it's going to be Silver Age. Obviously, a bunch of people have a problem with that, but I still am like pretty happy about that. I think it's still kind of sick that we're playing Living Legend instead, or Silver Age instead. Immovable, Lay Low, Springboard Somersault are all available. Yeah, but those all suck. I feel like this is the same argument that I've heard with regards to Wizard in Classic Constructed. Like, Verdance is dominant, and then Wizard players are saying, oh, but you can run No Fear, and you can run Steadfast, and you can play all these cards that counter what Verdance is doing. And like, okay. Or, and hear me out, I could, what am I doing? Instead, you could just curate the format so that Verdance doesn't get to do broken things. I would like to bottom that. How do I need to play this turn? I think I can go Death Dealer. I load the Searing Shot. Valda happens. I go Talismanic Lens. That's fine. I Azalea into the Fatigue Shot. You don't do anything with aim counters, right? No. I play Call in the Big Guns. I send the Fatigue Shot for 11 Dominate. Yeah, the LLB in our article, I think, shifted a lot of players' perspective on the format. to get to that. So Benjamin, yes, you can play D-Reacts into Valda. You can play cards like Unmovable, Laylow, and Springboard Somersault. The problem is those cards aren't good and don't fit a lot of what especially aggressive heroes want to be doing. Laylow blocks 3 most of the time. Springboard Somersault blocks 2 from hand, 4 from art. I mean, sure. Unmovable says your deck needs to run enough blues that you could conceivably do this. And I think that's just bad a lot of the time. That's just not good enough compared to Valda just doing very powerful things normally. Like Valda getting to play cards like Boulder Drop, Binding of the Old Gods when compared with Promising Terrain. He gets to play Crash and Bash, which is a 0 for 5 for doing things that Valda wants to be doing. And then meanwhile, the answer is play these really hefty D-Reacts that take 2 cards to even just interact with that. And you lock a lot of heroes out of the format. Lucky the Verdant's problem not coming from Verdant's because there are decks that goes against her. Just more the fact that the triangle of Gravy, Syndra, Verdant's defend each other. Oh yeah, absolutely. No, you're 100% right. There are other problems too, for sure. Verdant's is just, that's what I have heard Guardian Wizard players say, is like, just do the thing. It's like, but the thing isn't that easy to do, you know? In the field, this is coming in for 3 dominate, and you just pitched a pummel? I mean, if you have another pummel, like, I can't stop that. Oh, we're still alive. We go to 1, and I'm going to now discard a card, so I discard Call in the Big Guns, I guess? I go Scout, I look at myself, and I'm the greatest Flesh and Blood player in the world. Sorry for my spelling, also high. No, don't worry about it, Bonky, you're good. So the LNL VNR article shifted. That was really cool. Thanks. It was not really cool. VNR shifted a lot of opinion. I think a lot of opinion of people going to Philly was they already didn't want to play Living Legend. Even before the most recent BNR re-restricting Dirge. Probably, like, everything I've heard from social media said, hey, this sucks, and we don't want to do it. Which is understandable. You tried the Manta Azalea version with all reds? I haven't tried Manta. This is my first time. This is my 3rd Azalea game. I have not done any Azalea yet. My Discord, where you could all go. There's a link to join in the video description. Votes on what I'm playing in my various games. And this week they chose new heroes. See here you're complaining about Guardian, then you beat this. I don't know that I beat the socks off Valda. It also introduces the same problem. Hi, YouTube. YouTube says hi. Everyone say hi to Friendly Fire Mage. Am I trying to do the thing? Sure. We're so good at this game. No. We still did, like, we beat fire with fire. We beat the Valda, but we also did dominate to do so. My problem isn't that Guardian is too strong. My problem is that dominate is too strong in a format without good defense reactions. But I also don't think that dominate is a problem. I think we need better answers. So for me, it isn't that we should be nerfing Guardian. Like, don't get rid of Guardian's armor. It's fine that their armor is really good. Don't nerf the Crush card. Like, Boulder Drop is a sick card, and it's fine that it exists. What I'm saying is give the other heroes buffs. Do support the aggro decks. Give them better armor. This is an instant? Jesus. If I had known it was an instant, I wouldn't have sent this Bolton shot. I would have sent this hamstring shot instead. Give the other classes armor that blocks well. Give the other classes better blocking cards. Give other classes more ambush so that I can play blocking cards that are playable from Arsenal. Like, it's fine that things have dominate. It's fine that things are strong in this format, just at the moment, some classes are much better off based on what they had going into the format. Ninja is very good because it had the Tiger armor coming into the set. Guardian is very good because it got Mastery Pack Guardian. Certain heroes just aren't strong enough because they didn't have support recently. Are you surprised at what the calling turnout looks like? Yeah, Alex, I will be. I am playing the calling. I thought about not playing the calling. Oh, I do have AB. I'll just take the one. Sorry. Islander is my love. True, we are getting a supporting set. Yeah, I think also a lot of what I'm saying now for like Guardian's too strong, Dominate is too strong, a lot of that won't matter for the next set. And I like that. We're going to get support. I think after Pen comes out and we see what the rare armor looks like, then maybe we're in a more of a position where we can complain about certain cards. But for the most part, I'm very okay with the fact that the format is like a little slower at the moment. Commoner Gold Foil seeming kind of sad, TBH. I'm really surprised that at this point we just haven't seen like, hey, it's not Commoner anymore, it's Silver Age. Like, Silver Age is just, people are loving Silver Age. So yeah, very surprised that we're not getting a swap from at least Commoner side events, maybe not the Gold Foil, to Silver Age. Dominate is healthy. There are probably going to be more cards with the new decks that are coming in February. I agree. I just want to see what those look like. At the moment, I think Guardian is disproportionately strong because of Dominate, but I'm not expecting it to be a problem forever. Good luck in the calling. You know what you're going to play. I'm going to be playing Viscerai. Hey, that's not fair. I really like Viscerai. It is not a hero that I played in Classic Constructed. I played it in... Oh my gosh, where are my non-attacks, deck? You're supposed to have non-attacks in you so that I can pump my Bolton Shot and not just die to all of these dragons. I never played Viscerai in CC. At any point, it just wasn't really that good when I joined the game. And then when Rosetta came out and made it much better, I was playing Aurora, which I had a lot more fun with. Never get bored of that. Hope to be jamming side events and also picking up some Sage games with folks at the event. I'll have a ton of decks on me, so all are welcome. I will probably seek you out, Alex, because I want to play more Silver Age. I like it a lot. I have really been enjoying it so far. I played Bravo for 2 years and I had to retire him when Mistveil comes out. I'm reveling in Silver Age where Bravo is relevant once again. But are you playing the right Bravo? Because if you're playing... Because if you're playing Flattering Showman, that's cheating, all right? You're not allowed to do that. That's like saying that you're you played Arachne for years and now you're loving Slip Through the Cracks. It's like, no. That's a different deck. You're not allowed to make that comparison. But yes, it is cool that Guardian has a place to shine. I'm not opposed to it. I just want to see certain decks get better support against Guardian. This matchup feels miserable so far, which is not a reflection on Dromai. It's just like, wow, I never played this in Classic Constructed. Oh, you have an action point because of Chromai? Okay. This is fine. I remember this matchup being very bad in Classic Constructed as well. The Dromai Ranger matchup where their one out was like Lexi could get away with giving Endless Arrow go again, but as soon as Lexi LL'd, Azalea just like died in Yeah. This was a curse. It's fine. I'm fine dodging Dromais. Dromai always beat Ranger. Yeah, Alex, very much looking forward to Silver Age. I would have been totally fine. I mean, I'm not playing in Worlds. I would have been totally fine if they had swapped LL with Silver Age for certainly the calling. Like, players would have grumbled, would have really spat in the face of pro players, but they're already spitting in the face of pro players. Players who are flying across the world to Philadelphia, where people don't want to be in the US. And I wonder if this is that like really toxic Terra deck that Flesh and Bad just put out. If you haven't watched their deck tech, what Flesh and Bad did for their Terra block slop is this Terra block slop. Thank you. This deck is miserable. I'm fully expecting that we're going to get fatigued here. People will be unhappy regardless. I mean, that is just the way of the world, right? I would have been happy though. Like playing in the calling. If it had been a Silver Age calling, ooh-wee. We were just reflecting on how it would have been really cool if blanking on the name of the organization. If Star City had swapped. Does this matter? Silver Age and Commoner for the side events. Let's go ahead and Talismanic Lens early. Well, these cards are both bad. But I guess I will take that. Eight Dominate go again? You just give me a bunch of armor. I love her Sledge vids. Flesh and Bad is just great. All of their content is fantastic. I'm a big fan. But I would have loved to play a Silver Age calling. I'm sad that I won't be able to make it up to Seattle in December for the Silver Age Battle Hardened. Like, that would have been great. I'm serious. I'm really loving this format. I think this format is really, really cool. If you apply good pressure with Dominates with Azalea, I think you have a chance. Personally, I don't like this version of Azalea. I mean, this version of Azalea is not doing well into Dromais because there's hardly any go again. Like, I'm sure if I got to a point, that'll work, where Silver Age was something that I could play on like a skirmish season, or my locals were playing it at armories and a meta developed. If I was going to a Silver Age Battle Hardened or Calling, I would absolutely be looking at the meta. And if for whatever reason I thought Azalea is the best chance to win, yeah, I'm putting in Falcon Wings, I'm putting in Ravenous Rabbles, maybe I'm playing Yellow Ravenous Rabble, I'm putting in Sikkim Shots. Like, I am actually teching for, good lord. So this is 4, and then you're going to make a Might? I'm absolutely teching for the meta. But with me just trying out Azalea, this is a list that I was given by a patron. Like, I'm just throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. Am I supposed to... This currently does not have Dominate. We go Pitch, Load, Lace. Just throw this big arrow. I feel like in some way I was supposed to be able to dominate this, but I'm not sure. But for me, just playing this new Azalea deck that I was given on open queue, like, I'll just dodge Dromais, or I'll try it, and then we'll all say, wow, this is so bad, Lupinefiasco is playing so poorly into this Dromai deck, la 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 la, and then we all, have a good time and keck W in chat. Death Dealer is a messed up card. Death Dealer is a messed up card. This is one I haven't played against enough Ranger to feel like, oh, this should also get looked at in Silver Age, but the format's still so new that I am taking everyone's advice on what should get banned with a grain of salt, but also listening to all of it as far as like, yeah, maybe this does need to get, I don't know. Death Dealer is obviously a messed up card because drawing is really strong. Okay. Format right now is a ton of casual and experimenting fun. I love it. Like, I'm trying to get sweaty with it for sure. There's a reason I'm playing Azalea and Ira today, as like, I'm pretty sure these are the two best heroes. Statistically, I believe Ira is the best hero as far as the data is concerned. But Azalea is also pretty messed up because Dominate in this format is pretty messed up until more heroes get support. So we'll be playing Viserai and Philly. I'm excited about it. I'm enjoying playing Viserai so far. The stack Viserai isn't something I got to do. I never played Florian. When this attacks, if an Earth card was pitched to play it, create a Might token. That's kind of cool. I am going to just block with this Sedation. No, I'll block with... I guess I just don't block. I'm going to Azalea into something. I could block with Grapnel. That's fine. And then I'll Azalea into something. If it's an arrow, I just go pump, pump, shoot. That's awesome. Pump, pump, shoot. Oh, you're actually live. I am actually live, Stygian Lightning. Every Thursday at 4:30 Pacific Standard Time for probably 2 hours. Having a ton of fun with Viserai. I never played Viserai in CC. I never played a stack hero. Like, I wasn't doing Florian. And so this is the first time, except for Rosetta Limited, which also I loved Florian in Rosetta Draft. I was a Florian Forcer, and I loved it. For whatever reason, the playstyle just totally clicked with me. So now I'm playing Viserai, and stack Viserai is so much fun. I love stacking. I love doing the big, like, just surviving, and then... Okay, this counter doesn't matter. And then, like, Scalata Sonata. I got to do Scalata Sonata for X equals 14 the other day, and it was so cool. None of this matters. It was so cool. So I'm playing Viserai, and I'm enjoying Viserai. I will have fun at the LL calling because I have 2 weeks to work on this. This is concussed for 7, and I'm going to discard if it hits me. And I don't have blocking armor left. So I am going to just block for 3. I'm just not going to block. And I'll discard Bolt and Shot, and then I'll do... Okay. Are you staying on Vis post BNR? Hey, Brandon. Yes, I am staying on Vis post BNR. I think he's still fine. Like, he's definitely worse without Dirge, because Dirge is basically read the runes with Go again. But he's still very good. You have a D-React on top of your deck. I think this is still fine. Losing Dirge hurts him. Losing Rosetta Thorn hurts for sure. But Nebula Blade is still good. Reaping Blade was already, like, fringe playable in LL. So yeah, this is still totally fine. He's still great. I don't know that there's a world where he's, like, best deck, but he's certainly tier A. Better time shift here, but you haven't had yours yet. I can't usually catch you because I should be in bed around this time. People are constantly telling me that my voice puts them to sleep, so I don't know what the problem is. You can definitely just fall asleep listening to me. I guess I just go to 2 and send another big arrow. And if it's a pump, then I just go pump, pump, bullseye bracers. Okay, I'm like, there's no way you go to 1. No. Garland. Last week, 3/4 of Sage players used Terra or Briar. Is that true? 3/4 of Sage players were on Terra or Briar? I played... The first Sage deck I built was Briar. And I played her and said, this seems like it could just be Aurora. Like, this just seems like Aurora, but worse. Because I would play these games where I either draw like Nimblism, Ravenous Rabble, Finisher, Snatch. And it's like, well, my quick clicks doesn't really do anything here because I just have Go Again anyway, and I'm not really trying to give the Snatch Go Again. Or I would draw these hands that are like Snatch, Snatch, Lightning Surge, Flittering Charge. I'm like, well, this hand doesn't function. This is a 4-card 4, and I IP2. Meanwhile, with Aurora, you can do the same thing. You play the exact same 4D because that's just the way that the decks work. And then on your really bricky hands, you play your Lightning card, and then you just pitch 2 and give it Go Again. So it just felt like it was worse. I guess I put an Infecting Shot. I don't think Fatigue Shot matters. Briar does what Aurora doesn't, but Aurora does what Briar doesn't. That's the thing. Death Dealer, Pitch Release, load Drill Shot, play Scout the Periphery, look at my own deck, Azalea, yes, put an aim counter on it, play Lace, fire this big ol' Infecting Shot with Dominate. Aurora does what Briar does, and like they both do things, for sure. I'm not going to sit here and say that Briar is a bad hero, but they are good in different ways. Briar gets the benefit of turning her 2-block non-attack actions into 3-block non-attacks. Aurora gets the benefit of unbricking hands. I think Briar has a higher ceiling, Aurora has a higher floor. Just wanted to drop by after I queued into you earlier. Good game, and thanks for the content. I often watch your videos, but don't watch a lot of live streams in general. While I appreciate the game, I appreciate you watching. I hope... I take your word for it that it was a good game. Some of these games have been very one-sided. Why, yes, I will cash in my Blade Beckoner boots to stop your burn-up shock. Snatch for 7, Go Again. Well, surely I need to block this too. Block. Block? Like, I get it. Briar gets to do this. This turn is sick. Briar can deal with bad hands. Briar can block. You're so right. I'm going to drop the format until February. No, this format is so fun. Does this matter? Obviously this matters. I'm going to take 8 from this. Is this... I guess I can Talisman. Yeah, let's take this. I can dominate something here. I can do the thing. I'd love to fall asleep listening to you. You just have to start streaming like 2.5 hours earlier. You know, maybe. Maybe that's all I needed. That was the inspiration. Warrior Guardian Runeblade Ninja is my play these classes mentality. Other classes look good as well, but I haven't done much testing, hoping to make Gravy work. I could see Gravy working. Let's bring Talismanic Lens here. Sure. I am just interested in pushing some damage. No, this might be super greedy. Like, this line probably doesn't matter, but I had to do a 1-card 5, you know. I was not playing Arcane Seeds, Life, and Briar. That's clearly why I didn't think that Briar was a good deck. All for 5, Go Again. You got a deal. Yeah, I guess I'll just take a bunch of damage. Statistically, what am I supposed to do here? I think I'm supposed to load my Drill Shot first. Now I can Rabble. Ooh, and I know it's a Searing Shot. We're so up. When people say higher ceiling, they mean it's up to the player skill or the hero potential. It means that it's up to the hero potential. So Briar having a higher ceiling, like we saw with the Burn Up, Nimblism, Snatch, Seeds line, Aurora would not have been able to put this turn together, or at least not in this order, because she would not have gotten the go again from Burn Up Nimblism into the Embodiment of Lightning. She also would not have been able to block 4 with Arcane Seed's Life because of the Embodiment of Earth token. We haven't seen a hand yet from Briar that Aurora would have worked well, but conceivably, Briar could draw a hand that is Scar for a Scar, Snatch, and Twine Lightning Nimblism, where she just doesn't get to play every card in her hand because she cannot give all of it go again. And Aurora doesn't have that problem as much because Aurora can play a lightning card, then pitch 2 of her things that don't have go again to make an embodiment of lightning and pass. I can search for 4. You have shown me 1 burn up shock. I guess I'm just blocking like this. All right, GG. 12 to my opponent's 16. Yeah, I mean, Briar's clearly very good. I'm not saying she's a bad deck. Snatch for 7, go again. Balanced game, sure. Briar's fine. It's fine that they're strong heroes. I mean, look at Briar's armor. She was playing 3 pieces of Blade Beckoner. Like, that is the restriction of Briar and Aurora currently, is their armor is trash. So you could choose between LL and Sage for World Calling Philly. What format would you choose? I would love to play Sage at the Calling. I'll play Viserai and I'll enjoy it, but man, I wish I was playing Silver Age instead. You played around with Lightning Snapshot Lexi yet? Not yet. It's on my list. If Sage gets LL points, the game would become more competitive. I'd be interested to see if they do a rotation thing for Sage. I could see Sage replacing Living Legend as the you can always play your favorite hero as long as it isn't Majestic. Or figuring out a way to do like balanced Starvo in Silver Age. But I would love to see them do some kind of rotation system. So yeah, there are stakes for callings, and if we end up getting like Silver Age Pro Quests, waiting for someone with a broken deck and farming all side events, oh, I guarantee someone's going to be doing it. Off to bed, have a good stream. Bye, Stygian, and thank you for showing up. Hero Legality is going to be announced at Worlds. I'm assuming it will be a rotating heroes kind of deal and not an LL system. I think a rotation system could work, and if we get enough like supplemental sets or Living Legend, Silver Age specific sets that just introduce these young heroes, there could always be something fresh and fun. How do I feel about CC? So, I talked about LL. I didn't like the BNR. I think it was pretty haphazard, and I don't like the way it was rolled out. I am tentatively excited to play Viserai at the Philadelphia Calling with the understanding that I can absolutely just get blown up by Zen or Dash.io 3 games in a row and not have any fun and go, cry. But if I don't make day 2 in the Calling, I'm going to be playing the Classic Constructed Battle Hardened. And how do I feel about CC in this and the current format? I do not like Classic Constructed currently. I find it to be very boring. Oh, our Briar didn't want to play with us. One of the top decks in Silver Age didn't want to play one of the top decks in Silver Age. I think Classic Constructed at the moment is very boring. I wouldn't say it's bad. It's just that there is a very clearly established triangle meta of Gravy Verdant Syndra. It is very difficult for anything beyond those 3 to break into the top 3. Your best bets are these like tier A, tier B decks like Dash.io and KO, but even then, you are going to have bad matchups and you are going to get steamrolled by these top decks when they draw really well, and that's just boring. Ugh. I'm going to play the Dromai, but this is not going to be a good game, as we've learned. Is there any way for me to... I guess Sleep Dart is good, and Hamstring Shot? No, I'm pretty sure we're just going to... And we're going second? Oh, we 100% lose this game. So I'll be bringing Syndra with me to the Battle Hardened. I'm not looking forward to it. Syndra has really been annoying me lately, just as this hero that is very beholden to the quality of the cards that she draws, and if she draws poorly, then she had no agency over that. If we were playing at ProQuest level, Azalea was doing great from my experience. Azalea is very strong. Like, Azalea is a great deck. It isn't a deck that... That's rude. I want to play necessarily. Well, that's pretty messed up. I guess this is fine? Question mark. Let's go ahead and Death Dealer. Load Bolt and Shot. Do I want to go ahead? Been a big fan of the channel for a while. Thank you so much. Say hi to YouTube. I'm streaming. I wish I could read this more easily, but my fat cat is sleeping in front of my monitor. My favorite hero right now? Yeah, we have a local Azalea player who's like, loves it, is doing great. This doesn't super matter because of this. So I'm just going to Azalea here. Alright. I guess I'm doing this Bolt and Shot. Which also doesn't matter, again, because I will pop the Essence and then my Sleep Dart is turned off. A lot of games in CC feel like they have lower agency right now. It's true. Brandon, I did 4 games against Caleb today. Syndra Verdance. I lost all 4 games, and he told me that playing Mask of the Pouncing Lynx was directly responsible for some of the losses because he just got to block optimally every turn and never had to worry about Art of the Dragon Scale. So I'm debating now cutting Pouncing Lynx because if it's not good against Verdance, then like why am I playing it? But yeah, it's like, so am I like cutting Mask of the Pouncing Lynx altogether because it's not good against the Earth heroes, or am I just playing 2 different masks because Pouncing Lynx has felt great into Florian because I don't have to worry about Florian killing me on my turn. So I don't know. Mirror Guide for 2 go again. That is allowed. Shittering Sands. It's rude. It's also allowed though. This hand doesn't want to block. I read the Glide Path first. I bottom that. I don't know if I'm supposed to send this Ravenous Rabble at the Mirror Guy or not. Peter told me the same thing after I played him. Yeah, so I might just play 2 masks, one for Florian, one for Syndra, because Florian is popular enough that I have to respect it. I might also cut it for Ataya. I'm really not sure what I'm supposed to do about that. Azalea out. The Dry Powder Shot. And just shoot 11 Dominate at Dromai. So I play Katsu in Classic Constructed, super fun budget deck, steamrolling Cinders and KOs at my local armories. Oh my god, I have such a hate-hate relationship with Katsu. Back from the Phi days. For one thing, it was the resentment that Katsu got Bonds of Ancestry and Phi didn't. But it was also, yeah, like Katsu in the wider meta is never the best aggro deck. What does this hand do besides suck? I think I block with Infecting Shot. I am planning to... I guess I'm... let's give our opponent a sorry. Sorry. Talismanic Lens here. I have 2 not great arrows on top of my deck. What is the line here?
I can go... I'm trying to figure out how I win from this position. And I believe I win from this position by... God, I really needed a 0-cost arrow on top of my deck. I need to... Okay, this is fine. And I block with the infecting shot. No, I can take the infecting shot. Okay. I'm much less scared of Lynx on Verdance than Florian, though. Yeah. So I have a hate-hate relationship with Katsu because he was never the best hero in the meta, but he was always better in the aggro mirror, which is exclusively what I played as a Fi player. So, God, I hated Katsu, and I still do. Hey, it's Kyloria. It's the reason that I didn't block earlier. So that I would get to block here. Please don't play another one. The way that I think I win this game is I... Death Dealer... Oh, wait, oh, no. I think I screwed it up? I don't think I definitely screwed this turn up. Also, we're dead. Because the top of my deck is a pump. Yeah. Yeah, I screwed this up. That's okay. I don't know what I'm doing. I guess I just pass now? Yeah, that was... Because I forgot that I wouldn't be able to Death Dealer with an arrow in my arsenal. But all I need to do is just have this not be something that has go again. Oh, right. Because Dromai exists. Because Dromai is a balanced card. My friend who plays Syndra and sits down and goes, no, Katsu. He says next time he's going to play Victor and then I'll be crying. Relatable, I struggle with Azalea versus Katsu as it might be the dumbest, least interactive matchup in all of Flesh and Blood. Yeah, that'll happen. I can block here, go to 2, just blind flip and hope I get it. I can also block here, go to 1, blind flip. Yeah, I mean, I'm blind flipping either way. I guess this gives me an out. All right, we got that. If Dromai has any prevention effect, I just die. Peter told me the same thing after I played him. Yeah, I'm not sure. Because I've also been, like, not impressed by... Oh, because you had the ward out. I have not been super impressed by Ataya in my very limited testing with it. So I might just play 2 different masks. Like, we have good enough Florians locally that I don't think I can just cheese them by being Syndra. But I don't know. It was less good than I thought. But I do need to figure it out before I play in the Battle Hardened, because... Yeah. That was pretty gross. I did not care for that. Dromai. Just gotta respect the Florians. Figure this out before I go to the Philadelphia in case I have to play in the Battle Hardened. I will be playing Syndra, a deck that I hate because it feels very low agency. Is that really lower agency right now, or only the top of the meta of Gravy is? I feel like Syndra in particular is lower agency into the other two decks because she just isn't allowed to Arsenal. Conquer the High Seas exists. Plow Under and Command and Conquer exist. But that is a Syndra-specific problem because she has to just go. Like, she has to be doing the thing every turn, or else she is not a good deck. She's not competitive and she isn't winning games. So you just don't get the privilege of setting things up. It's got to be Infecting Shot into you. You don't get the privilege of setting up turns like you do on other heroes, but I feel like other heroes do have the ability to do all of that. Stony Wootenhog. Much as I want to keep this, much as I want to keep this rabble, I also want to be able to have a turn, so we will just block 6. So I feel like Syndra specifically is low agency, but in general, decks are high agency. Gravy has an incredible amount of agency. I think Verdance also has high agency. Let's go ahead and call in the big guns. I can load this Bolt and Shot, read the glide path. That's fine. And we'll just send Bolt and Shot for 13. I'm loving Ira in Sage, trying to play her like I used to in Blitz. Folks gaslight me. Mid-range Ira can't exist in Sage, but I'm stubborn and have success on Talishar with over 70% win rate. That's awesome to hear, Luca. I will be... Oh, this is Edge of Autumn Ira. I didn't even notice that with Bunkerbeard. The Goldfoil Bunkerbeard Truthers. Oh, that's fun. I will be trying Ira after this. I'll be taking a slight break after this game, trying to get more in the habit of doing that. Just a quick run to the bathroom. Excuse me, Judge. My ninja opponent just blocked 13 and kept a card in hand. Hello? Oh, okay, cool. We got a card there. Edge of Autumn for 1 go again. I will say no blocks. I am probably saving my Blade Beckoners for a bit, just because Snatch exists in this deck. I'll be taking a brief break after this game, and then I will be putting Azalea to the side. This hits a hero. This text doesn't matter. This hand is extremely good. This hand goes Pitch, Scout, Load Searing Shot, play Potentially Dominate, play Shoot. Ninja has crazy equipment. This is the level of equipment I would like to see for every hero. Ira has Ninja in general, but especially Ira have crazy equipment because of the Round the Table deck. And that is what I would like to see from every hero. Yeah. I think every hero should have that level of equipment. Unless LSS decides they don't want to do that for every hero, in which case all of this should be banned. I want every hero to have the same level of quality. I want every hero to be on an even footing in the overall meta, as opposed to like having a top 5. It could be fine if there is a top 5 because like that's what the meta is right now. Just like there's a CC meta where there is a top 3 and an LL meta where I think there's probably, I think fair to say, a top 2. Oh, I don't like that. What am I doing this turn? Oh. Give you a, sorry, I need to break my talismanic lens here. Ooh, Hamstring Shot on top? That's pretty nice, which means I'm just going to Azalea. I should block with Drill Shot. And I can bottom you? So I want every hero to be on an even playing field with regards to equipment anyway. It doesn't necessarily have to be that they're all like, there's 30 playable heroes in the format. But I do want every hero to be on even footing with equipment. And right now, Ninja, Guardian, and some Rune Blades are like much better than everything else. I would love some better equipment across the classes in Sage. I totally agree. I have a dream that one day Warrior will win a calling, but honestly, I'm a Wizard player. But LSS have to give me more love to my Guardians and Warriors. I would love to see Warrior be good. The last time Warrior was good was in the Heavy Hitters meta. And I loved that meta because I loved KO. I loved fair flesh and blood as I throw 14 Dominate with Inertia. They did say they're going to be printing rare equipment in set 18. Yes, oh god, that's not good. Well, at least we got this hamstring shot. But I predict... Screwed me there. I'm going to be presenting rare equipment in set 18. Yeah, I'm super excited to see it. Very excited to see what Silver Age turns into. I love the format. I think this is the best format for, like, I don't know, overall... I don't want to say overall balance. It's still so fresh and new. Like, part of my enjoyment of the format is that it is so fresh. But I don't want to come out and say, like, this is the most balanced format in Flesh and Blood. It's been a real format for, like, a week. It's so funny seeing Blade Beckner equipment go up to, like, $5. The, like, rare Blade Beckner equipment, the cold foil Blade Beckner equipment is, like, $25. Crouching Tiger for 2, go again. That feels like it's allowed. This hand is going to go Load Infecting Shot, Azalea, the Bolton... Azalea, if I miss, just Bullseye Bolton Shot, I guess? I could also Death Dealer the Bolton Shot. What are you doing? Jesus. Now what am I doing? Block 3. Blade Beckners are still like 40 cents. I have to go. Good luck on the stream. Thank you, Bonky. Good seeing you. This puts me to 2. I get to... I guess this is how I'm blocking. I'm going to load the Bolton shot, or the Infecting shot. Oh, oops. Pitch that. It's pretty good. Let's see how good our Ira is at having cards. This one says no D-reacts from Arsenal. I mean, this doesn't kill the Ira, and I suspect we are now dead to the Ira. This has been a rough game. Her damage output has been pretty wild. As a result of her equipment. Edge of Autumn, you get blocked by Blade Beckner boots. I think I was supposed to do something with Bullseye Bracers this game. Humble for 7. Block. Block, block. And I have to just blind flip. I guess I don't have to. This presents 6. No. If Ira doesn't have a D-react, then this wins. If Ira does have a D-react, then this, or a block, then this does not win. It would appear that she has a D-react. Yep. Ira is a bully. Oh, I will be playing her next. I'm very excited about it because this hero looks broken in half. This hero looks insane. All right, I love you turning that into 1. All right. We're not dead yet. We're getting close. We get to go Ravenous Rabble into Bullseye Bracer's Dry Powder Shot. We have an okay, so I will not be Azalea. I will not be Azalea flipping. I feel Sirens might get hit with a ban. I could see it. The thing with Sirens is it is legal in every hero. It's just, yes, some heroes use it better than others. Ira, the primary offender. KO uses red and yellow very well. Although I don't think you should be playing... Ah. Oh my gosh. Hey, it's a Sirens. Hey, it's that card we were talking about. Yes, yes, gain your life. But here's 6. Please give me 2 cards. Please take some damage. Damn it. Now they're going to hit the ninja equipment. I don't want them to hit the ninja equipment. I want them to give every hero that level of equipment. This is just 4? Jesus. I guess I'm blocking like that. I don't know why I said Jesus like this is nuts. Like, it's fine. It's a balanced card. All right, I get to hamstring shot. We did not draw a pump. I don't think this is the time when I'm supposed to blind flip. I think we can just send 5 here with the relevant on hit. I guess Ira could go to 1 and just pitch through it, but... Oh, Sirens again. Yeah, this Sirens is rough. I could... Okay. I'm coming around on a Sirens ban. Well, if they banned Fiddler's Green, it's like, well, you could just ban Sirens. This is 6. I get to do... Go block, block. I get to scout. See what's on top of my deck. Oh, we're also getting fatigued, which is fun. Target yourself. Blue Bolton Shot on top. It's not going to be enough. It's marginal, but I wonder if it was technically correct to Bracers before Rabble because of chain closing on Sirens. We didn't know it was a Sirens. Like, maybe. Definitely possible. There were 2 things. I didn't want to telegraph what I was going to do on my turn. I also didn't know it was a Sirens. Like, I guess, yes, there is a world where we could say Ira will have Sirens of Safe Harbor, so, like, we could probably put her on having it at least in hand. But I don't think it was wrong because of... Okay, God, she's on Rainbow Sirens? Yeah, this sucks. Anyway, the longer I play this game, the more I conclude life gain is cracked. One and 1. I don't know what the top card of my deck is. The bottom card of my deck is a Bolton Shot. Yep, this is pretty good. If the top card of our deck is a Pump, we might get there. None of this matters. We either win here or we don't. Look, Pummel needs a ban. I just haven't played against enough Pummel. Pummel is lumped into that same category of, like, Guardian Slop is good. Oh, and she's still got 2 Sirens left. There's no way. All right, Death Dealer. Oh, it should. Oh, this doesn't matter. All right, we do not get there. Yeah, we were getting totally outvalued. God, these are like the worst cards. This is that gross Ira stuff. All right, I am going to give you all an ad, and then I am going to be right back. Let me go ahead and even mute myself. It's me, the streamer came back. Gasp, giving us an ad. I know. What a horrible person. Ira. As much as I did not find that last game fun, I will also say that that is, I mean, like, clearly a very cool deck. Not my preferred style of play. I guess I go first against Enigma. I don't like that style of play. This is a much more aggressive Ira build. So against Enigma, probably don't want... It's Humble. Sure, let's try all the things that need daggers to hit. I'm sure that's going to go well. Nah, screw it. Enigma's a weird deck. What am I supposed to do against this hero? Am I just on, like, fatigue slop here? Toby Jugs. Love that. Believe I'm arsenaling this Bittering Thorns. Just sending Kodachis and trying to leak some damage. Am I playing any more Pro Quests this season? The answer is no, because I do not like the Classic Constructed format as it stands currently. I went to my event, last week. I split in the finals, so we didn't quite get there on the finals. I'm gonna go ahead and Razor Reflex here, try to push some damage. I wonder if I was not supposed to do this. I wonder if I was just supposed to send the 2, close the chain, let Enigma play something, and then be able to Razor Reflex it. We need a Scabskin ban for all classes? That's not even legal in Silver Age. And I'm already seeing a problem with the number of blues in this deck. That isn't true. We're on 14. Statistically, these are just bad draws. Specman? Specman is pretty good. This does make them into weapons. So Blade Beckner is going to block for 2. What am I doing on my turn? I'm going to play up sticks and run. I'm going to Kodachi, Bittering Thorns, Close Chain, up sticks and run, Kodachi, play one of these stupid cards, so I'll just block. Okay. I'm done with this ProQuest season. I do not enjoy playing Syndra. I at least need a break from Syndra. I have been playing too much Syndra lately, and she is frustrating for how low agency she can be. So I split in my finals last week, didn't quite get there. Unfortunately did not win that game, but got my gold foil, open gold foil Starfall for anyone who missed last week's Monday's stream. There's a short where you can see my enthusiasm for opening a second gold foil Starfall. Battlefront Bastion, that's cheating. Let's attack this turn. I should have looked at that. Well, Death Dealer is very cool. This version of Ira would do a lot if Flick Flack was a card you could play. Is Flick Flack banned? I don't actually know. Alright, close the chain, up sticks and run. Try to clear this Spectral Shield. Yeah, it's banned, that makes sense. I was wondering why I wasn't seeing more Flick Flack. Yeah, that makes sense. So I'm not playing the rest of this ProQuest season, which makes me really nervous for Arteon season, which starts in January. Like, what happened? What are we talking about? That is starting in Arteon season. Or that Arteon season starts in January. That's pretty wild. I'm just going to attack with this 1-2 punch. I was hoping I would have been able to... I was hoping they would work harder to protect the Spectral Shield. So I'm just going to play this instead. Arteon season in like a month and a half after Worlds is wild. Because I feel like CC is just not in a good place. And we need, like, desperately needs bans. Obviously, you need to double Starfall. Yeah, I'm trying to, like, what hero dual wields those? So I would like to get to Chain Link 3 or higher, which means I am going to up sticks and run. Kodachi. I guess I Tiger. Which means I'm on block. Block. Block with these 3. And then I will Arsenal this Snatch. We're going to do up sticks, Kodachi, up sticks, Shuko, pause. We go, wait, no. We're to the start of this turn. Sorry, I can't do this yet because I have Mauling Chi in my deck, or Pound, whatever the Chi Unleashed in my deck. So what I'm actually going to do is pitch my Snatch. That's why I couldn't, because I have to save the Tiger equipment for my one specific thing that combos with my Tigers. So I don't get to do this line, which means I blocked with all this equipment for no reason. But I am going to force a lot of cards out of Enigma and probably kill the Spectral Shield at the same time. So, you know, small victories. I might end up getting a full card for Toby Jugs. We shall see. Okay, never mind. And then we Kodachi. I guess there's a world where I Snatch here, but I'm kind of taking an intellect penalty either way. I don't really want to do that, so I'm just going to Flying Kick. And I keep threat density in my deck by putting a Snatch in there, which I would not have had otherwise, considering that I'm just like drawing and playing all my blues. And I'm like, oh, you're just going to 4? I figured it would be unmovable. RTN season feels way too soon. So, oh god, it's this hand? Oh no. You show me a blue? Here's where I get punished for having blocked with all my equipment. Problem is that my hand doesn't do anything. I guess I am just blocking with all this and like Blade Beckoners. And I'll keep that blue on top, and then I'm gonna Arsenal even bigger than that. So I have to decide in a month and a half, 2 months I guess, do I like Syndra enough that I'm ready to play her again? Because the answer might just be no. What I am planning to do, oh, this hand looks like it should be very strong. Please don't make a Spectral Shield. I kind of need to deal damage this turn. My plan is once I return from Worlds, I am going to bother 3 of my semi-locals, Majin Bay, Austin Kim, and Eric Sneap, which, like, imagine having those 3 as your locals. That's why I don't win any of my pro quests. To teach me Verdance. I think she is not only a better deck than Syndra, and I think statistics would bear that out. She also just has more skill expression. You get to do more with your cards. You get to outplay your bad draws in a way that Syndra doesn't get to. And in a month and a half, I will learn Verdance to play at Road to Nationals. That's my plan. What could really screw that up is that we have a ban announcement happening on December 15th. And for all I know, LSS is going to announce, hey, you know what? We're banning Waning Moon and Light Up the Leaves. And then it's like, okay. Now what do I do? What am I supposed to do with that? Oh, opponent, you're going to make me block? That's rude. I guess I'm blocking with this Soul Bead Strike. So my line is going to be Kadachi Snatch with a Razor Reflex, and I'm really hoping the second Kadachi hits. The first one won't because of the Spectral Shield, but I'm hoping the second Kadachi can get there. Are there any other decks I'm looking at? Honestly, no. Like, I still have KO in my back pocket, but with the Earth Heroes being the way they are now, I don't think KO is good enough. KO also has a bad matchup into Syndra unless you high roll her. And there aren't any other decks that I'm really like, yeah, that's a thing I want to do. So it's just Verdance. My thing is I've been an aggro player for my entire Flesh and Blood career. Like, build myself as the aggro guy. And I'm just realizing, like, I can be a best deck guy. Like, I don't have to, I can branch out. It's been so long since I played even bigger than that. If it has power greater than the amount of damage you've dealt this turn, create a Quicken token and draw a card. I have 1 floating resource. So it is not going to be Key Unleashed. But this is good. So I make my Quicken. I'm going to attack with Scar for a Scar. Finally, Lupine discovered non-aggro decks are more interesting. They are. Yes and no. Aurora was super interesting as an aggro deck. Don't put that on me. Aurora was great, and she had skill expression, and she could do all this cool stuff. She could outplay her bad draws. We just don't have an aggro deck like that in the format right now. That isn't true. We have 2. They're named Azalea and Dash.io. The thing is, I don't want to play those decks, because the fail state for those decks is you just fucking die. You just draw a bunch of instants and die. So this should just get us there. Enigma could be holding a D-React, in which case we don't win. But if we don't just win here, I also get a 5-card Key Unleashed turn. with the blues to pull it off. So let's say Enigma does not die, but I don't draw my card. My turn is Kodachi, break Shuko, break pause, cat for 3 into Chi Unleashed for 7. That's so bad though. Kodachi, Tiger, Kodachi, Pitch Torrent for Chi Unleashed, Arsenal Soulbeat Strike. That's like so awkward. Don't even need to pop your equipment. The problem is I do need to pop the equipment so I can get the Tiger. And because there's only one way for, like, I have one Tiger and it is my equipment. So when I pop my boots, I also need to pop my arms. But then my chest doesn't work because I don't have any more Tigers. So then I might as well pop my chest while I'm at it. And now I've had to give all my equipment. Like, that's the problem. I miss Aurora being best aggro compared to Syndra. That is a controversial opinion that I think many people would disagree with you with. A lot of people hated Aurora. And I think the hate for Aurora was probably based on her ubiquity. She was a super fun deck. She was billed as the face of the game. She was very easy to pick up and play. And all of just coalesced into like massive Aurora representation at Pro Quests and Callings and Pro Tours, despite her never winning anything. What does my aggro board look like into Briar? I don't need Arcane Barrier. I don't need Polarity. I guess I should be playing Wax On, so... Do I care about defense reactions here? Let's just try it. I built this sideboard plan. Let's trust my intuition. What does this hand do? Okay, I'll admit to you when I was talking about like, oh, I built Briar and like, it wasn't as good as Aurora. I totally forgot that Briar has Arcane Seed's life. So like that was not good. So this hand just goes Kodachi, smash up with a Razor Reflex, pitching Sirens of Safe Harbor. That seems pretty good. Aurora haters, her biggest problem was she was too fun. She was so fun. Flicker Wisp was a bit wild though, that's true. I'm never going to say that Flicker Wisp was not a problem. Flicker Wisp was definitely a problem and needed to get banned. All right, Briar, what do you have to say about my... Please block this. Because if you put a non-attack action here, like, I'm dead. All right, we'll take that. I will take the intellect penalty here. This hand is almost bad. Thankfully, Scar for a Scar is going to fix my turn, because I am pretty sure I will be at lower life than Briar here. I suspect I'm going to need to cheat a resource. Let's go ahead and put Shuko Scent. I can block... I don't need to block this one. I can block the next thing. Block this Fry with the equipment. Put Briar on not having a finisher. All right. Never lucky. The problem with this hand is it sucks. So if I do this, I cover 4. My line is Scar for a Scar. Probably Scar for a Scar. Break all my Tiger stuff. Tiger for 3. Blood Scent, even bigger Sirens. That seems fine, I guess. Please return Briar only for power for this format. She might, yeah, for sure, definitely, no doubt. Okay, pop my stuff. I mean, we're threatening lethal this turn, right? Like, we got that going for us at least. Sort of. Briar could put Blade Beckoner in front of the Sirens and go to 1. Flicker Wisp was definitely wild. Flicker Wisp was not a card that should have existed. It was a cool interaction. I will say that for Flicker Wisp. It was very neat that it did what it did. Yes, the problem was that it said Aurora. Whoa, this Briar is cooking. The problem was that Flicker Wisp let Briar beat her or let Aurora beat her bad matchups, which was bad, as you can imagine. No, someone didn't. Someone tried to post a link. That's why I turned on Nightbot. This hand blocks really well. It also gets to do Kadachi Torrent with Razor Reflex and Arsenal, depending on how much Briar makes me block this turn. I can hold on to an extra card so that I can get the Razor Reflex kill. I mean, I can also just go Kadachi Torrent and, like, that's the smart thing you do. I guess not. I guess I can... I mean, if I have to block 6, I block 6. I don't... Trying to decide if it's too greedy to go Kadachi Torrent on a 2-card hand. Briar doesn't know what this is. Maybe she blocks. If she takes 1 from the Kadachi, maybe she blocks 6 in front of the Torrent, and then I can raise her over, but, like, does that matter? Which is not a good way to beat Aurora, which was her problem. Are you there, opponent? I mean, it's a puppy, so I'm not super offended about just leaving the game if I feel like my opponent is not there. But this was a good game. We're having fun. I'm just going to leave the game. My opponent's hand was not good. This is what I'm talking about. Anyone who is like, well, what are you talking about? Aurora's so good. I mean, I guess they just blocked with the wrong card. Like, they're supposed to block with Skizzik, Pitch Lightning Surge, play Condemn, Static Shock for 7. I think they just left that game. Yeah, Flicker Wisp said that you couldn't beat Aurora. She had no bad matchups, which is why they should have banned Flicker Wisp. I'm really just waiting for, like, Dorinthia. Well, I want to block you. Wax On is just 3. Like, does that... Surely that's worse than having more damage. Tiger's Eye Reflex is very good, though. I mean, I guess if I'm playing Tiger's Eye Reflex, I should play Wax On. This hand functions. I would like to block, please. Oh, it's Centauri Saber Dorinthia. Interesting. I haven't seen this. Okay, cool. Oh, rude. I hate that when my opponent goes first. I mean, this hand is fine. I get to send a 2-card 7, Arsenal Chi Unleashed, have all my stuff ready to block with. Blade Beckoner just gets to cover a Saber, which is cool. And then, yeah, I am taking the intellect penalty, but, like, what else am I going to do with this hand? I really wanted to block so that I could put a 1 into my graveyard for looking for a scrap. But whatever. Dorinthia being the fun police. Okay. Well, Saber's Dory. Dory's always a wild card. Know what weapon she is? Yeah, this is the first time I've seen Dorinthia in Silver Age, period. Much less Centauri Dory. If my opponent continues to play very slowly, I might just go next, honestly. There's so many games of Silver Age, and this is not compelling content. Gives me the opportunity to practice talking while streaming more, you know? I don't think it matters which one of these I pitch. If I come back to either one of them, like, they're Kadachis. Is Dory just too fair compared to... the other heroes, I don't know. In Silver Age or in Classic Constructed? Like in Classic Constructed, I think she is fine. It's just that I guess she's fair. Her shtick is just pretty well known at this point. Oh, and Sage. Oh, I don't know. Warrior generally is too fair of a class. They kind of don't do anything like over the top special, and I don't know enough about her in Sage to know like what she would do that is better than what a different warrior could do. So as far as like Decimator Great Axe, Dory does not have Temper 2, and Olympia has Temper 2. So if you were going to play Decimator Fatigue, you would just play Olympia for the headpiece. If you were going to try to do like go against if you were going to try to do, I just don't know enough about Warrior. I guess Dawnblade has to be good. Like attack reactions have to be good in a format without defense reactions. That's all I can think. So what does this hand do? This hand would like to block with all of my armor and go Kadachi, Bittering, break all my stuff, Tiger for 2. Kadachi Bittering leaves me with a resource. So I go Kadachi, Bittering, foot a resource, break my Shuko and my paws, Tiger for 2, break Blood Scent, Chi Unleashed. So I would like to block with Pouncing Chi and Arsenal Flying Kick. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go ahead and block with all the armor, because I know that's what I want to do. Dory can be Dawnblade as well as Great Axe mostly. Yeah, like the best thing she has going for her is that she is flexible. And so once the meta develops to the point, and the card pool especially develops to the point, where heroes have like actual real sideboards, then that will be Dory's strength. It was like old Dory in Heavy Hitters, where you didn't know if she was going to be on Dawnblade or Hatchets, and they both played very differently. Wow, this was the turn. Okay, yeah, this is a 13. This was a 5-card 18. I mean, we got bolters too. There's no additional resource, but okay, I can see the vision. Yeah, if Dory had an extra resource, the bolters and Centauri just convert into 2, and you get a 5-card 20. It's pretty good. That would be the strength of Dory, is she is flexible. I don't think there's another warrior that could conceivably play 2 different weapons, period, and be good. Like, I guess you could do Decimator Fang and screw with people, but I don't think anyone's looking at Olympia as like, oh no, it's Hatchet's Olympia. He's going to wager with me. Like, okay, great. This Dory can block 2 with armor, so you could cover the Bittering Thorns. You just have to give me a card, which I am pretty okay with. I mean, I'll be honest with you, Chad. I'm hoping the Bittering Thorns hits. I thought Dory would be more popular. I think she's just very niche. I don't think there are too many people that really consider themselves like Dorinthia players. I mean, has not ever really been that popular. I think the most popular was Heavy Hitters when she was playing Hatchets. And people were excited to just do good math. But even then, those were not Dory players. Those were best deck players. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't think that I didn't think that Hatchet's Dory was even the best deck in that format. I think that KO was the best deck in the format, and if you wanted to play dual-wield warrior, you should have played Kasai. I think Kasai had less consistent turns. She wasn't doing like, I don't remember what Dory's numbers were. She wasn't doing a 4-card 14 every turn. Sometimes she would do a 4-card 12 or a 4-card 13, but sometimes she would do a 4-card 20, and Dory just didn't have that. I hate to tell this Dorinthia, you're going to give me a card this turn if you don't want to die. Okay, thank you. Thank you for accepting that you will be giving me a card this turn if you don't want to die. I get to break Blood Scent. I get to follow up with She Unleashed. I get to feel really good about myself for playing what is statistically the best deck in the format. And, you know, what did I say? I want to be a best deck player. It's going to be Verdance and Classic Constructed. It's now Ira and Sage. That's not true. I feel great about Sage so far. Super wide open format. I think you could look at the very limited data we've seen so far and say, statistically, Ira is the most winning deck. That makes her the best deck. Or you could look at, like, Briar as having these insane spike turns. Is Briar's the best deck, or Aurora is the best deck. Block Slop Terra is the best deck, but I don't think we've seen nearly enough experimentation with the format to know what the best deck is. But so far, Iris seems to be very good. Wasn't the whole deal Hatchet Dory had a plan for Dromai and Kasai didn't? God, I don't know. I wasn't playing. I didn't play Warrior. I played Brute. What about the Wizards for Silver Age? So far they just seem bad, right? Like Waning Moon isn't legal. Which is kind of their whole deal. Because you're playing Crucible of Aetherwind? I really should know the name of this weapon. This is 2 go again, and you're going to follow it with 2? It doesn't matter how I block this, right? My turn is going to be Kodachi, Bittering, Kodachi, Flying Kick, so I do need to save a card. It might have been that Dory had a better plan for Dromai. I honestly, as I recall, Kasai had quite a bit of go again. Now the problem is that it was all Blade Runner, so if Dromai had like Asvalai, Miragai, you would have to throw too much damage at both of them. But she did have go again, and she still had the weapons for like fatigue. I was just losing with Contract Azuri. I was playing KO and having so much fun. Yeah, I think the Wizards in Silver Age just don't quite get there. Like, Waning Moon doesn't exist. You have Crucible of Aetherwind. So you can kind of change your builds a little bit. But even so, like, let's look at Icelander, who I believe, based on play rate, is the most popular wizard in Silver Age currently. She doesn't get to port her deck from CC over, and I think the strongest heroes in Silver Age so far are the heroes that really get to port their deck from CC. So, I mean, Icelander's not legal in CC, but you know what I mean. Polar Blast and Cold Snap are bad cards in Silver Age because you don't get to turn them into Waning Moon plus draw card. You don't get to turn them into any. They don't do damage on your opponent's turn. They don't enable damage. Have fun tonight. Thank you for the content. See you next month. Oh, you're right, Alberto. You're so right. I will see you next month because I'm not streaming tomorrow. Which is the spookiest day of the year. So Icelander, like, what is Icelander doing in Silver Age? Yes, she gets to be disruptive and do the whole thing of making Frostbites, but even then, that isn't as good because Blizzard and Channel Lake Frigid aren't legal in the format. But how is she killing people? I have been killed by an Icelander. She did do, like, a big snapback combo, and that was sick. But besides that, what is she doing to people? How is she winning games? A bunch of the ice cards she needs to play block 2, Wounded Bowl, and Fiendal's Fight. Wounded Bowl blocks 2. Fiendal's Fighting Spirit, quote unquote, blocks 3 with a life gain, but like it doesn't stop on hits. Her armor is not very good. She's either playing armor that doesn't synergize with her hero, or she's playing non-block armor. Some ice support in the precons for sure. Like any hero that's getting a precon deck is surely being set up to be a good hero. Hey, this hand functions. I mean, we got Razor Reflex, which should win the game. And I get to Arsenal this Waxon, which will just live there forever. Yeah, any hero that's getting a precon has got to be getting support. And that's great. Like, good for them. Bolander just has a problem of not having finishers. Like, Bolander gets to do 2-card 8s. But unless she's also blocking with 3s, it just isn't... It's not quite there, I don't think. I don't think Bolander does the thing well enough to justify playing Icelander. GG. So I wouldn't hold it against... Yeah, I wouldn't hold it against you. All right, chat. Let's fire off one more. This deck is undefeated so far. We're 3-0. Clearly, Ira is BDiff. 100% win rate in Silver Age. Old him getting a precon? Is old him getting a precon? Let me pull it up. What are the precon? I don't remember. I know there are 10 of them. I can tell you like I can tell you some of them. I can't even tell you all of them off the top of my head. Azalea, Arachne, Bravo Flattering Showman, Dash, Dorinthia, Enigma, Phi. Love to see Phi getting support. Icelander, KO, Viserai. So what's wild is that some of these heroes are already extremely good. Azalea's top tier. Bravo is very high up. KO is top tier. I've heard really good things about Viserai. This is against Valda Brightaxe. I am not playing my Waxons. That seems fine. I'm not playing my 2-block attack finishers. That seems fine. Arcane Polarity is obviously very bad. Sure. Let's run it. This hand is a hand of cards. This hand is actually pretty solid. If Valda just passes here, this hand is actually very good. I get to do Upsticks, Kodachi, Snatch with a Razor Reflex. Valda's showing me Blade Beckner, Helm, and Boots. That's kind of interesting, honestly. I figured that Valda would have had, like, better equipment. I'm pretty sure I've seen Guardians playing better equipment. Make 2 Spectral Surges. Heave Yellow Thunderquake. Okay. Up to 5. No, thankfully, no promised terrain here. So yeah, I get to just do the thing. Kodachi for 5, go again. Into Kodachi for 2, go again. Into Snatch, holding a Razor Reflex, which I think I have to play either way. Valda just cashing in the Blade Beckner equipment right away feels very good for me. Like, Kodachis are not what I want these to... Kodachis are what I want these to be covering. Valda should be saving these for my on-hits. Fired off Richter Scale. I mean, this is going to be potentially a spooky turn. Valda keeping 5 cards here for, like... Yeah, I mean... Something's going to be dominated. Popped in to call you short. Shut up, Wyatt. Soulbeat Strike in hand. I'm going to send it. Not that the Soulbeat Strike here does anything, it's just damage, and Valda has already volunteered to take so much that I'm pretty sure she's keeping 5 cards. For me, it's more that she's got 6 Seismic Surges and has just kept every card in her hand. I'm very suspicious. Like, I'm afraid of just disabled pummel. So I do not want to keep an arsenal. If I'm getting disabled, I want to just, hey, wow, look at me. I've seen Guardians run the Vigor chest piece because it kills Kodachis. Do you remember the name of that card? I don't recognize it off the top of my head. Boop, 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 boo. What does this hand do? This hand goes block with Pouncing Chi. Each hero puts a card from their arsenal on the bottom of their deck. If they do, they draw a card. Wow, it's almost like I knew that my opponent was going to mess with my arsenal. Break this thing. Okay, I'm waiting for the crush. All right, boulder drop for 9. Well, unfortunately for you, Valda, you forgot that I'm playing a busted hero. And I get to just put all of my armor and a 3 block to stop your dominated crush. I guess I didn't actually need to block with Blade Beckoner Helm there, but I did it anyway. Civic Duty. Oh, okay. I'm just going to play out this hand. We get to come in with Bittering Thorns for 5. That's pretty sick. What an underwhelming turn. I think it was going to be a lot better if I just Arsenal there. Like, that's why Valda didn't block the Snatch, because she didn't put me on the Razor Reflex. So she just thinks I'm going to IP myself. Or even if... It's a better turn if I have an Arsenal, because she doesn't have to play the Tectonic Instability. She gets to just disable me. But yes, that ended up being a very bad turn. And I'm just going to throw this Scar. It will never have a go again for this game, so let's just throw it. Civic Duty is tech differently, tech against ninjas. Oh, this hand is problematic. This hand does cut through for Kadachi. All right. Okay. Sure. Unfortunately, I do need to go. We have guests coming over tonight. They're set to arrive at 6:30. I told everyone I'd be done streaming at 6:30. So much as I hate going out on that one, that is going to be it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. We had the Soul Reading outplayed. I've played against enough Guardians to know if they're going to attack your arsenal, especially in Silver Age, where Spinal Crush doesn't exist. Crippling Crush doesn't exist. That's also the wrong hero. But like, Arsenal Disruption is the big thing that Guardian does because they have Disable. So like, we're just not going to Arsenal against Guardian if I can avoid it, or if I put them on a small enough hand that I know they can't disable me. So I'm going to call it here. Thank you all so much for hanging out. All 33 of you who are here now. 179 of you who checked me out today. I know Thursdays are always tough because aggro streams as well, and Man's a Machine, Man's on Fire, quality content. Shout out to him. Philly awaits. Yes, it does. I will definitely be streaming in the lead up to Philly, but if you're going, please stop by and say hi. I'll be streaming again on Monday at 10 o'clock a.m., so morning time. Hopefully that catches more of you. Probably more Silver Age. It's the hot new format right now. I'm loving it. Queues are popping off. Right, if I'm trying to find Living Legend games, we're out of luck. If I'm trying to find Silver Age games, they're flying. Have a great weekend. If you're playing in ProQuest Week 5, good luck. Hopefully you can take it down. Get that Yokohama invite. He's playing the horse, so it was an easy choice. 100%. Thank you all. I will see you all again soon. Until then, take care.